mean, look, if they're put on the unreliable, what is the Chinese list that they're talking about? The unreliables list. I mean, I think I have.
It's not like there's no risk.
I have Mattel on tonight. I think they got a toy called the unreliables. I mean, honestly, if the Chinese, if they decide to do something negative on Apple, yeah, then Apple gets hit and the guy will be right. You know, you ever read The Gambler by Dostoevsky? This guy he's playing 0-0. I mean, maybe he gets lucky. 0-0 does not come up very often, just for those who go.
That's a good analysis. Look, the China thing, they'd be shooting themselves in the foot if they weaponized Apple. We know that. There's so many things going right for Apple right now. The new iPhones are selling. The supply chain is reporting in that they're getting a lot of orders. AirPods are fantastic. Services are going.
Do you have any?
I mean, I could go on and on.
I can't get them.
I do not.
Try getting them. There's four in New York that they claim they have. I don't think
the bigger point. And by the way, the momentum in this stock. I mean, this stock just does not quit. You know, I mean, yes, it's off about 3% from a high that it seems to be setting week after week. I just don't know how you shoot against it here. You can't even use the valuation. It's not that ridiculous of a valuation.
Plus the cash, then they're buying back stock. We talk about dividends. They're doing all of the right things financially, Scott, but also the fact that this guy is still focused so closely on the phones, and you just talked about that right now supply chains are actually indicating something different than this particular analyst is talking about. But even so, Scott, the fact that they went under 50% on that being the revenue source, that to me is huge because the stock's still going higher. Why is that? Because the analyst community finally decided, hey, you know what? Services are growing very rapidly. It is a big portion of what they're doing right now in terms of revenue. Add in the wearables, and you're at a pretty decent percentage of what's coming in.
I worked on them forever to break out.
You still got the phone, but the phone's going to. That is going to decelerate.
It's the razor. It's finally the razor. This is Dollar Shave Club. Yeah. I mean, I honestly got them finally to break out the service revenue. Now, on every one of those calls I do with my buddy Josh Lipton, I always say the same thing. I always say, Luca, how about the long? Give me the lifetime value of a subscriber of a guy who owns a phone because 99% customer satisfaction. Jim, we're working on it. When they give you that number with Apple Plus, when they give you that number with cloud, how many services do you pay? It comes out at 2:30 a.m. You ever see that? You just paid for this. The lifetime value of a person who buys an Apple phone is maybe the greatest subscription in the world. And that's what's going to happen. Got me?
That's a perfect. Just stop right there.
Why, where
you start whispering. That was just dramatic, and it's all good. It's
going to happen.
Leave it there.
Yeah, it's a little like the Irishman, but they were like all 40 years too old.
We didn't leave it there.
I mean, these guys are like Jimmy Hoffa. If he lived that long, he would have had a great run.